And hello, 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 hello. It is me, We Anime or Anime Week. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing very well. Um, this is uh, well, you already know. What if Deku was non-incarnation? And as you know, uh, these what ifs, my three main series are coming to an end. Right, as we all know, if you've watched any other my previous what parts, you would know that these are gonna these are gonna end. Um, as we know, well, as we all know, really, these are gonna go ending. Well, these are ending. Uh, this one next week, well, next Monday, this one will end. And this week, uh, what if Deku had the eight gates will end. Okay, and for the part 12, the final part of What If Deku Had the Eight Gates. Still will be a big summary of what happens. Okay, a lot of stuff is gonna happen in that video. Okay, wanted to let y'all know this. And same thing for this What If. Um, same thing for my What If Deku is the only male of the Quark. A big summary for the last part. Um, well, hold on. These are Wednesdays. This, my only meal with a cork, what if, will end on the 11th part. Okay. So, what part is it on that? By now, by when I'm recording this, it is on the 10th part. No, it will end on 12, I believe. Don't see, I'm not recording this on Monday. I'm recording it the day before because I have something on Monday to do. So I'm recording this on Sunday. But you're seeing this on Monday. Hoping. I'm recording this on Sunday because I have something to do on Monday. I gotta go to the doctors to get checked out. Okay. Um. So yeah, let's get into it. Uh, disclaimers like usual. Background noise. I stutter a lot. I do other things. I am very sorry about the background noise for this video in particular. Uh, because I am in a new spot recording, because the other barn has been filled up with hay bales, not hay bales, like the cows are the, yeah. So they just told me to go to another barn, which has a part on the roof where it's like almost ripped off. So, yeah. So that's why there's a lot of banging that you might hear. Okay. Um, so yeah, uh, let's start this. This would be a couple of weeks after the joint training. It would be time for their winter break and more work studies. And Todoroki would ask, well, just Midoriya this time. Wanting to spend more time with Midoriya, right? Wanted to spend more time with Midoriya. She, so Todoroki just asked Midoriya to come, and they would be, well, now it's the time for the ride over to to the Endeavor Agency. it would, on the ride over, the two students of UA would talk a lot, right? They would talk small talk, conversations about Todoroki's father, her family, right? And yeah, so Midori would learn stuff way more early, right? I'm very sorry about the background noise. I really am. So they would finally get there. They would meet up with Endeavor, right? Uh, and they would start talking with Endeavor about what they're gonna do on the work studies. And Endeavor would say, "My goal." Well, I'm not gonna try voice. Um, because I don't know. Nah, there's no reason. I just don't know. Uh, I know like Endeavor's voice, but not like right on top of my head. I know it's like a big booming voice, like "ah yes," like that. But I'm not very certain, so I'm not gonna try. I hope that's okay with you all. Um, right. Uh, what was I doing? Oh yeah, yeah. We're not. Okay. Uh, I was doing the Endeavor Agency arc. I forgot. Endeavor would they would talk for a little bit, like a couple minutes, but then Endeavor would say his plan on wanting the two students, Todoroki and Midoriya, to be able to catch a villain before him, right? And right after that, uh, Endeavor would like blast off. You know how he does in the anime or in manga, really, both of them. Um, they would go. Well, the two students would follow after him in their both different ways. Todoroki using their ice and their fire to boost their selves, and for Midoriya, he would be launching himself with his quirk, as you all know. He can like hit. I mean, I've explained his quirk before in the past, so you all should know how it works. Should. I'm not gonna guarantee anything. I still need to make the video where I explain his quirk. I still need to make that. I will do that in the future at some point. I hope so. Like how I did with the eight gates uh quirk. You can all if you all like the way I explain my hold on. Will you shut up? Not very nice. But yeah, you all know what I mean. If you all like the way I like like the quirks and want to make your own content, use my quirks. Use the way I explained them. Um, please. And if you don't mind, credit me. I don't know. And plus, I'm still looking for people to do art, like Photoshop art. So that would be appreciative. If I haven't found someone already, please message me on Instagram. It's at We Anime. You should find me. Um, yeah. So let me get back into the what if. Um, where they would they would the two students would try to find they would try to find well catch up. I mean, they would try to catch up to Endeavor, but yet they would well Midoriya would be closer to Endeavor. In Endeavor and Midoriya would be they would both be about to catch the villain by hitting him, but yet there would be a blur catching him, catching the villain before those two, and it that blur would be Hawks, the number two hero. Should I start doing like summaries of characters, even though we all know the characters already? Maybe I don't know. Probably not. I don't want to. I do, but that's up to you all if I do. Okay. Um. Yeah. What was that? Yeah. Uh. Hawks. Like, if you've seen the anime, you saw the episode. If you've caught up to that point. Um. If not, go watch my previous videos or go watch the anime. I feel like that's the simplest option, honestly. But let's do this right. You all go watch the anime, watch the episode. I don't remember what it is. It's in you know probably honestly look up the like the whatchamacallits on there. Honestly, you probably could. I know yeah, you can look up the arcs and they'll on Wikipedia on the wiki. You can easily just find the arcs if you have like a certain episode you want to watch. Again, like I do that often with other animes like Black Clover. Wonderful anime. You should check it out if you haven't already. I feel like I should get back to the story. Um, the Hawks would talk with show them all the books. Midoriya isn't so much of a isn't much of a like a hero nerd. Even though he doesn't like freak out at the sight of Hawks like he does in canon. But yet he is still like, oh my god, this is Hawks, number two hero. You know what I mean? Uh, and then Hawks would fly off, give Endeavor the book, and then they would do anything else. They would go to Endeavor's agency so that the two students can suit up, and then they can go on patrol with Endeavor for the work studies, right? And and uh, mm, there would you know how in the anime there's like a big montage. Well, that's something. I just got something in my eye. I'm happy I'm going to the doctor's tomorrow. Uh, I don't know what that was. I hope it was just like rain, not anything like bad. But jeez. Okay, are you calm down? No, you're not. I'm very sorry. I will do the best I can with like editing this. The best I can. Okay. I need to like I will try to cut down the audio. I will try. I'm not very good at editing, but I will try my best to do it. To cut down the audio. I am very sorry. I'm so sorry. I told you that there was a broken piece of tin roofing on this barn. I just never thought it would be this bad, honestly. Like, it's currently raining where I am, and while recording this, which I've told you, it is on a Sunday instead of the Monday you will be seeing this on. Okay, because I had to go to the doctor's. Right. And yeah, I'll get back to the story. And you know the montage in the anime that would happen uh over time. I should also point out these will be shorter than like my normal episodes because we are getting to the end of it. So I feel like I've said this in last Friday's video. The part 11 to what if Deku had the eight gates, right? Yeah. How was your all's April 1st? See, I got sick on that day, so I guess that was my April Fool's present from like Earth. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I mean, I got sick on that day. Um, and then a couple days later, I did something to my elbow. I fell, but yet I went and got an X-ray. It never broke, so I'm good. My elbow's just scaved up. Um, And then I have whatever is wrong with my gut, so that's why I had to go to the doctor's uh, tomorrow, Monday, when you will be seeing this video. Um, that's why I'm recording a day earlier. I hope it doesn't get worse, honestly. Um, yeah, but I'll be okay. You will still see the videos as usual. Uh, hoping. I hope you do. Uh, if I just disappear one day, uh, yeah, you'll know why. I no, you won't. I don't know. But yeah, yeah. Uh, man, it's cold. But yeah, yeah. As we know, the montage it would happen, and then Endeavor would get a text from Fuyumi saying, "As we all know, blah blah blah." Yeah, we all know this. If you've watched it, at least if you haven't, I'll explain it to you. Well, in my terms. On the way I remember it, I remember it vividly because I haven't watched that arc in a while. I know what happens. I know what sort of happens, but yet not really. But I don't care. It's fine. I know enough. Um, I'm just really talking, so that it can last longer than like at least the 40 minutes. Hold on, let me check the time. Um, yeah, it's only been like, yeah, 20 minutes, so eh. If it's probably gonna be one of my shorter videos, even though it will take a while to finish up, so hoping this will be long, at least 30 minutes. That would be great. Um, let's yeah. Anyways, uh, yeah. Endeavor gets the text from Fuyumi saying it says, "Hey Dad, uh, I know you have a Shoto in for work, like those work study things you all do. So I was gonna wonder if you two, and if you have other work study students. Yep, that happened. Man, that was something. Um, yeah, I'm very sorry about that. Maybe I should move. Nah, I'll be fine. But yeah, I'm very sorry about that. As I've said, previously, I've also said that before, that I'm very sorry about that. Um, I've told you there are, uh, you know, yeah, we all know this. Yeah. Uh, Sorry about the entire roof thing. I can't help it. Uh, it's just a barn, and I wanted to stay sort of warm-ish while I record, but hey, things happens. Yeah. So yeah, uh, Endeavor would get the text from his daughter Fumi Todoroki, and he would do that. He would bring Shadow and Midoriya. Well, after a little bit of more like training, well, not really training, more like patrols, right? Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. Uh, I'm sorry for doing that again. Okay. Um, so after a little bit later at about night, about I don't know, 7, 8 o'clock, 7 to 6 o'clock, he would bring his two work study students to his home, where yeah, we all know, yeah, his home, and they would all get there, the three of them. They would get there, and they would be, well, once Endeavor would open the door and yell out, "Come home!" And Fumi would come running to the door, and she would say, "Hello." Um, well, she would uh grab Midoriya's hand and shake it, and she would say, "Hi, I am Fumi Todoroki. You already know my sister, Chota. Chota, I'm assuming. Um, Chota, introduce your friend." And Todoroki would say, um, "Oh, this is Izuku Midoriya. He's a classmate and a very good friend." And then Todoroki would walk off, and Fumi would uh look at Midoriya and say, "Are you an actual friend or another fake one?" And Midoriya would say, "What do you mean by that?" Fumi would say, "Well, Chota, before she got pulled out of school, um, she brought a girl home a friend, a fake friend, I should put it, and her friend, and she would put up quotation marks, and then she would continue. Her friend, um, only used her to get in touch with Endeavor and for the money. So, that's why I'm asking you, are you a real friend or a fake one? And Midoriya would say, I'm a real friend. I don't care about money or fame. I don't care about that. I mean, given I am also trying to be a hero, um, uh, I never really cared about the money of my classmates or fame of my classmates or their standpoint of a lot of stuff. Well, I never really cared about the two things you said. I like what? Okay, okay, man, really? That just plain out sucked. I mean, cheese. Here it goes again. Yep. Maybe I should have just like probably should have just walked around at this point. I mean, really, I should have just plain out walked around. I mean, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm very sorry. Um, I very much am. I hope you all don't mind the background noise. I will try to edit the volume. I will try my hardest. I'm just not a very good editor when it comes to audio, at least. Um, I'm just not a very good editor to begin with. So that's why I said I will try my hardest to do to fix the audio. I will try my hardest. I think that door's about to fly off. Oh, it's about to fly though. Like, bro, I don't know what's happening, honestly, but stuff is going down, like badly. Like, bro, the door's about to just plain out fly off. Uh, should probably put something there, huh? I know I'm just plain out talking to myself at the very moment. But yeah, I'll put something in front of that so it doesn't fly off and fly into the barn where I am and maybe hit me. I'd rather not do that. Um, yeah. Uh, I'm so sorry. Like, I truly am. I came into this barn because it was my only choice to stay dry. Well, besides the other barn, but it has cows, and I don't want to bother them. Uh, so that's why I came here. Never expected it to be this bad. But yeah, it is. It is. That's my luck, I can tell you that. But yet, yeah. Where was I? Uh, yeah, the Midoriya and Fumi would talk about Midoriya, Choto's old friends. And then they could hear Todoroki yell out, Um, Fumi, is this food done? Or is it still boiling? Or is it still not done? And then Fumi would yell out back, Oh, it's done. You can start eating. And then Fumi would stare back at Midoriya and smile. And she would say, Good. I Um, I thank you for being my sister's friend very much. I thank you very much. I don't know if you could hear me, but I hope you did. I'll say it again, just in case. Fumi would say, I thank you for being my sister's friend. I know she can be cold at times, um, but that's, and Midoriya would say, I know, we talked about it, so I know what happened, at least a little bit. The stuff she was willing to say, I know that about that. So, yeah, let's, I'm gonna go wash my hands and then, I'll be at the table, okay? And Midoriya would walk off. He would actually walk back and he would say, could you point me in the direction of the bathroom? Bathroom? Could you point me in that direction? And Fuyumi would laugh a little and she would say, well, yeah, I can. It's the first door on your right. And Midori would say, thank you. And then Midoriya would go wash his hands, go back to, well, then he would go to the like lunch table, well, the dinner table, the table where everyone was sitting, and then uh, Todoroki would introduce Midoriya to Natsu, Natsu Todoroki, the big brother of Shoto Todoroki, and the little brother to Fumi Todoroki, I believe. Right? Is that how the age? I don't remember the age lines. But yet they would all eat. The table would be silent for about the whole time, also for like a little conversations uh that Fumi had with Todoroki and the rest of the family, and the little interaction from Midoriya and Natsu. Besides that, it would be relatively quiet until Natsu got fed up with Endeavor acting so nice to everyone in front of Shoto's friend. And Natsu would yell out. I'm not actually gonna yell, but yeah, you can imagine him yelling. He would say, well, he would yell out, okay, I'm tired of this. Father, I'm tired of you acting like you are. You're not all nice, like you pretend to be, okay? So how about you stop acting, and by this point, everyone would be done with their food. Right. And then Natsu would continue on with his rant about his father, right? And then Natsu would get up, head to his room, grab a jacket, and head out the door. Given Fumi did try to stop him, but yet that ended out not working. So Natsu left. And a little bit after that, Fumi did try to text him. Well, while they were trying to while they were while they were like putting up dishes, um, the two sisters would start to talk. They would be talking about their family and mostly Endeavor. And then Midori would walk back in, and he heard a little bit of their conversation, and he would say, well, while bending down and picking up dishes, he would say, "I know this is none of my business. It's your family. But both of you have pointed out that Endeavor has tried to live up to his mistakes, and well, at least I can see Fumi has accepted that and is trying to act better to her father, but and clearly not too is tired of it. But if I were hold on, give me a minute. I'm gonna get out of the barn for a little bit, and so I can actually finish this video. I'm gonna get out of here, or at least wait. Okay, that might be better. I'm across the barn now. I hope that works. Probably won't, but hey. And Midoriya would continue on saying, if I were in this position, I would try to forgive my father, um, given I have issues. Um, but yeah, so I know it's not my issue, but hey, give him a chance. See if he's changed. But if he hasn't, then hey, I don't know. It's your choices. It's not mine. I'm not part of his family. So, yeah. And then he would walk away with the dishes that were the leftovers of the dishes. Um, yeah. And then it would be like 4 hours later, and Natsu has not returned home. But yet Natsu did get on the phone with Fumi again, and it hasn't been 4 hours. It's been like two. And then on the phone call, Natsu would sound like he has been grabbed, and his kidnapper, or he was kidnapped or captured or whatever, you know the words. Um, the person that caught him would pick up the phone, and he would say, well, the person would say, he would say, it's the same person as in canon. He would say, if you want your friend back, get Endeavor to return to the outside world. Okay. If not, this your friend here will had has his neck snapped. Okay. So I'm just right outside. Okay. And then the person would hang up. They would hang up. I need to talk louder so that you can actually hear me. Um, yeah. Uh, Fumi would run around the house and ask all three of them to come outside with her to look for Natsu. And when they first got outside, they would see the person. It's the same person as Canon, right? Same person. I don't remember their quirk. I know it was something like Doki from Demon Slayer, the demon Doki, the sixth upper moon or something along the lines of that. Um, Basically like her manipulation of like her ribbons, something along the lines of like that. I believe it was something along the lines of that. I believe. Don't quote me on it. I know it was something like that, and that's how we mostly fought or something. And then they would all see the guy with what's his face? What's Natsu in grasp. And Endeavor would say, "Oh, oh, it's you again. Didn't I put you in jail like 7 years ago or something?" And the guy would say, I don't remember his name, okay? I don't remember it. The guy would say, well, yeah, you did. But yet they let me out. And now, Endeavor, I ask you kindly to burn me alive. And Midori would say, well, that's kind of morbid, ain't it? But then Endeavor would go to, well, he would launch himself, blast off, and then Midori and Todoroki would also get in action. And Midori would say, hey, Todoroki, you keep eye on the road and make sure nobody gets through, okay? Because this is about to get heated, literally and figuratively. But yet Endeavor would just launch himself over to him, to the kid, the villain, and Midoriya would see that Endeavor is not very confident in most of his actions, and Endeavor, well, by the way Endeavor is moving, and Midori can tell he's afraid. He's afraid of something. If Midoriya would have to guess, it would probably be hitting his son. See, Endeavor is trying to change. He wants to repent for his actions that he has done previously. But yet, Endeavor knows that Natsu would never forgive him if he, I don't know. But yeah. So, Midoriya would get into action. He would launch himself towards Endeavor, the villain, and Natsu. And Midoriya first would like cut down Natsu from like the scars things, and Midoriya would catch him and then bounce like ricochet like back towards Endeavor, and then throw Natsu into Endeavor, and then Midoriya would get into the fight. Midoriya would uh, go on the offense immediately. Midoriya would like break, like just turn everything into shatter. Everything would shatter. The like scarves that the guy would try to block himself with, it wouldn't work. And plus, once Midoriya actually got in touch, once he actually hit um the guy, he used Well, he would also yell out, Black Flash! Using Black Flash, one of his special finishing moves. He would end this guy in one hit. Almost. Midoriya was wishing it would be more of a one hit type deal. But yet, clearly, that wouldn't work out the best for him. See, Midoriya actually got close enough, and he didn't realize that the guy was sending the scars things. I don't know what they are. Uh, around Midoriya. So he would, after hitting the guy, knocking him to the ground, creating a giant crack in the concrete. Midoriya would realize something was about to happen, and he turned around just enough time where he could put his arm up, and he would be able to hit them and shatter them, dispel them, shatter them, whatnot. But yet only on one side. The other side, the two of them one would go into his left leg. See, he destroyed him on his right side. The both of them on the right side. So his left side was open. So one would stab him into the left arm, I mean, and one would go straight through his left leg. Like into his left leg, not straight through. That's brutal. I mean, like, that's brutal, brutal. And then Midori would realize he would have to break these off quickly. So he, like, took his left arm, just moved it swiftly, taking the thing out. Well, it stabbed him, so it repeated. So he knocked away the one that got into his arm, shattering it. And then he would reach down and hit the one in his leg, shattering it. Except for like the fragment in his leg. And then Midoriya would be thinking, I don't I don't want to use overtime, but I might have to. Ugh, no, I can't. I just can't. But screw it. And then he'd reach up near his neck and he would untie his tie. And the tie would fall to the ground. And then a blue aura would erupt around Midoriya. And Midori would say, looks, and he would look at his watch on his wrist, and he would say, well, that sucks. The watch is just outright broken, and it just is stuck on a minute after 12. And Midori would say, well, that sucks, but, this is gonna even suck more for you. And after the aura would erupt around him, Midori would launch himself towards the guy. And this time, actually, one hitting the guy, knocking him out with a black flash. And then Midoriya would start like twitching after knocking the guy down. He would start yelling in an agonizing type way. I'm not gonna do that. But yet you all can, the Wilhelm scream? Yeah, that. Like, no, I'm joking. He would just be like twitching so much, and everyone there would look at him, and Midoriya would be saying, he would be screaming like help to them. And once Todoroki noticed what was happening, she ran over with Fumi in tow behind her. But yet Fumi stopped to see. Well, Endeavor ran over too, so did Natsu. Everyone did. Everyone that could. Um, Midori would be on the ground, twitching, like we all know. Uh, but yet, well, after that, he'd just be twitching and screaming in agony because well, uh, well, Todoroki would notice that his tie is gone, which he's took it off to do the whole entire overtime thing, and then uh, Todoroki would run over, grab the tie, and well, if you want to know what happened, I'll, well, hold on, I'm gonna come in for a minute. Um, something is happening. What I'm about to explain is, well, sort of, uh, go watch the last part. You'll get more on his quirk than this. Right? You'll learn more if you go and watch the last part. Part 10? Go watch that for me, please. You will learn more about the quirk. Um, see, I don't, I feel like I've stated this before, but I don't know if I have. I feel like I have, but I don't know. Um, but what is happening is it is an overuse, and he went past his limit in overtime. See, in certain parts, I don't know. This was just my creation of it. Um, see, with its quirk, it comes with a lot of drawbacks and helpfulness. I explained a sort of helpfulness, a more helpful aspect of it last part. If you please go check it out. It is where their blood doesn't escape them if, say, they were burnt, like their whole entire like skin was burnt off. Their blood doesn't go anywhere. It still acted like I know this is kind of gruesome. Um, so I'm gonna explain it as less gruesome as I can. But like say like a part of like your I don't know like arm was burnt badly. And like blood, you know what I mean. The blood would still act like there was skin there. It would stay there. Okay, I explained it better in the last part, but this is a drawback. Over time, or what Midoriya's grandfather has called it, is Mad Dash. It is a drawback of to where it causes pain more than it actually helps. Uh, yeah, that's what's happening now. It like I don't know how to explain this. It takes a toll on the user's body, sort of. Not really sort of, it does. But yet y'all know what I mean. It just like hurts a lot to use it like so much. Like say he used it like constantly for like say like 10 hours. After that 10th hour, uh I mean given he's done this multiple times, just not at this level. Um he's almost went blind. He's uh started foaming at the mouth after using overtime for too long. So it's just like bad stuff happens to him after he uses it a lot, or like uses it at like a new level to per se. So yeah, that's what happened. That's what is happening. So Todoroki would run off, grab the tie, and then tie it around Midoriya. And then Midoriya, a little bit after, would stop twitching, and then he'd be fast, like he would be out like a light. You know what I mean? There's a song that's called "Out Like a Light" by McGuire. It's so good. I'm gonna use that for a what if probably. No. Sanji has fire powers. Yeah, no, Sanji has fire powers. I mean, like Sword of Fire. He can light up his leg. Which, if you want to know, um, what if Deku was Sanji's reincarnation is after this one? So it's gonna take the place of this one after this one ends. And a Naruto what if is taking the place, well, is gonna be after what you would call it. What is that? What if Deku had the eight gates? A Naruto what if, like, what if Naruto blank blank blank? And what's gonna be after what if Deku was the only mother quark? That will be what if Deku had has the Omnitrix, which that will the Wednesday's videos will always be what if he was the only mother quark? It's just gonna have a different name. Okay, so yeah, I want to point that out there. So yeah, uh, yeah, and then Midori would be brought back to the house, blank, whatever. He would wake up a couple minutes after being like brought into the house, and he would say, "Is the lights off or something?" Like he would be able to like see out of one eye. So yeah, he would say, "Is the lights out or something?" And Todoroki would say, "No, they're not. You just can't see for now, because over time." And Midori would say, "Oh yeah," and that's where I'm gonna end it. Um, I thank you for listening to this 11th part, part 11 to this what if. I thank you very much. Uh, this what if ends next week on Monday. Um, and the what if Deku had the eight gates will end this week. Well, the time you're seeing this, uh, that Friday, right? That will end that day. And this what if, and I believe the only males at Quark what if will end the next week. So not this week, but next week. This one will end, I believe. Yeah, this one will be the final part will be released. And that Friday, you will have a new what if. What if Deku, not Deku, what if Naruto, I don't know yet. Something with Naruto, I haven't decided yet. So if you want to help me choose what it is, either put it down in the comments or uh, message me over on Instagram, okay? Um, that will be the question. What do you want the Naruto what if to be? Um, like, subscribe, comment, or message me on Instagram. Anything, really. I'll talk to you for a little bit. Um, and if you do any type of art or are good at Photoshop or you can Photoshop decent, um, just hey, just like send me a couple stuff over on Instagram. we'll decide what to do, and we'll talk about like you will get credit. I don't have any money. Okay, you can't take money from me yet. But yeah, I'll if you have like a YouTube, I'll put it down in the description. I'll put your Instagram down in the description. So just tell me if you have any of those, and if you, yeah, you know what I mean. Um, so yeah, uh, be safe out there. Whatever you do, be safe. Um, I'm sorry about the background noise in this video. I will try to like edit it into a good bit of audio. Um, don't lose your anime love, please. Please don't lose the love for what ifs. I mean, I'm telling you, my whole entire career would be out the window, given I'm planning on doing different content in the future, anime content. So yeah, I will see you all Wednesday. Well, you all will hear me Wednesday. You all know what I mean? I hope you do. Right, I'll see you Monday. Not Monday, Wednesday. Bye.